From the studios of Christian Family Theater comes the 4th Annual Christi Awards. Hosted by Karen Stahl and Dale Dye, with special performances by the cast of High School Musical Junior, 13 the Musical, and Aladdin Jr. Welcome to the 2020 Christi Awards.
Welcome to the 4th Annual Christi Awards. We are so glad to be able to come to you virtually with the awards show this season.
Even though we can't be together in person, we are so happy to be able to come together online. When we began 2020, none of us knew the changes our lives would take over the course of the last few months.
We've missed so many opportunities due to the pandemic, but don't feel that there was any greater loss than having to shut down High School Musical in the middle of the rehearsal process.
Although our cast members were sad, they soon came to realize we had to come together to face this challenge head on.
So tonight, we'd like to celebrate this wonderful cast by bringing them back together in a special virtual performance of We're All in This Together. Please welcome CFT's cast of High School Musical Junior.
I finally figured out, that all our dreams have no limitations. That's what it's all about.
Come on now. Everyone is special in their own way. We make each other strong. Not the same. We're different in a good way. Together's where we belong. We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come. We're all in this together. When we reach, we can fly. Know inside we can make it. We're all in this together. Once we see there's a chance that we have, and we take it. Podcasts everywhere, wave your hands up in the air. That's the way we do it. Let's get to it. Come on, everyone.
Wasn't that cast amazing? I am so proud of them and looking forward to seeing them in rehearsal again so that we can finish staging this show. Now, on to our first award.
In every show, there are actors on stage who are pivotal to the show's success. They may never speak a line or have a spotlight moment, but without them, the show would fall flat. I'm talking about the ensemble member.
Many times, ensemble members learn more dances and end up with more stage time than some of the leads in a show. They sing and they dance their hearts out and fill the story on stage with life and action.
The Best Ensemble Member Award is not chosen by our regular panel of voters. They are chosen by their castmates and the production staff from each show. Each actor gets one ballot to vote for Best Ensemble Member, but they can't vote for themselves.
This award is given to the ensemble member whose cast felt they had worked hard, kept a good attitude, and gave their all on stage. The nominees for Best Ensemble Member are
Ariel Watts as Charlotte in 13 the Musical. Katie Mae Sharp as Dance Captain in Aladdin Jr. Tyler Sapiri as Hope Rollins in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Ensemble Member goes to Katie Mae Sharp as Dance Captain in Aladdin Jr.
This is the first Christi and nomination for Katie Mae Sharp.
Hello everyone. First off, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who made Aladdin Jr. a smashing success. The songs and dances from this show will always be some of my favorites. I am honored to be nominated as a favorite ensemble member from Aladdin, and I just want to share a couple thoughts about what being in the ensemble means to me. Since I first began participating in theater, I've learned more and more just how important the role of an ensemble member is to the overall quality of the production. In Aladdin, the ensemble added so much color, energy, comedy, and funness to the show. It's important that everyone on stage tells the story, and being in the ensemble is a really fun way to do that. There's nothing I love more than getting to sing, dance, and work with a cast full of friends. So again, I want to say thank you to all of my friends and family at CFT. It is an honor to be recognized as one of the best ensemble members by such an amazing cast. You ain't never had friends like these. Thank you.
Even the smallest roles can make a big impact on a production. The lead actors would be nothing without those characters that make up a school of friends or a village of families.
In these seemingly insignificant roles, we can find great gems of acting and performance. That character may only appear on stage just once or twice, but they can make an impression.
This year, once again, CFT honors those quick little moments with the Best Cameo Award.
Here are the nominees for Best Cameo Appearance.
Olivia Gonzalez as the bathroom girl in 13 the Musical. Addie Rose Hendricks as the shopkeeper in Aladdin Jr.
And the Christi Award goes to Olivia Gonzalez for the bathroom girl in 13 the Musical.
This is the first Christi and nomination for Olivia Gonzalez.
Hi, I'm Olivia Gonzalez, and although I've seen many CFT shows, 13 the Musical is actually the first one I've ever been in. So thank you all for the honor of receiving this award. It was so fun getting to meet the cast and the crew of the show, and receiving this award is so wonderful, but the thing that I really treasure is the friends and family that I met along the way. I hope to see you all in future shows. Thank you.
Every great musical has one thing in common.
Music. A great musical number can elevate a show to new heights. This season, 2 songs from each of our musicals have been nominated for Best Musical Performance.
Our first nominee comes from a musical that deals with the difficulties children face as they begin to navigate their teenage years.
In 13 the Musical, we find a cast of teenage characters dealing with the labels that are placed on them by others. Sometimes they may even find themselves trying to manipulate others to get what they want.
Our first nominee for Best Musical Performance is in just such a situation. Archie wants a date with the beautiful head cheerleader and sees a path to make that happen through the new kid in school, Evan Goldman.
Welcome to the stage Benjamin Brown as Archie in his performance of Get Me What I Need from 13 the Musical.
Archie, I still gotta go plant the trees.
I understand. Even if it's a sick boy's dying wish, I don't want you to feel any pressure.
Dying?
Oh, did that slip out?
Dying?
I have a degenerative neuromuscular disorder.
Look, I feel terrible, really. But I can't get you a date with Kendra. I do one stupid thing, and suddenly I'm exiled to a loser's table for the rest of my life. I'm a major relation here.
There's exactly one person in this whole school who can help me, and that person is you. There's the cool kids, there's the preps, and there's the skate punks and the jocks, and then there's me. There's the losers, there's the nerds, and there's the stoners and the goths, and then there's me. Then there's you. 'Cause you're the new kid at the school, you're not defined by the breed. And so you're free to flip from group to group, from scene to scene. 'Cause you're the conduit for me, I'm the go-with me. And so you're perfectly positioned to get me what I need.
Whoa, great. That guy, not cool. Okay, got it. Thanks.
We've been back before the crutches, it was clear I don't fit here. So it's hopeless. I can't walk right up to Kendra and say, hey, take one away. But look at you. You're making friends and having parties and dapping at a presto speed. It's 20 minutes, so we're sitting next door and these can't touch. Yes, it's a tiny inconvenience, but it takes so much. 'Cause out of all of Indiana, you can get Every minute, every second that I wait might be too late. So let's face it, if I ever had a chance, the time is now. So who cares how? Just do your best. And I won't bother you again, and that's a promise, guaranteed. So you can help me out, and we can both do very well. Or I can turn around and make your life a living hell. It's up to you, you've got a choice, you've got incentive to succeed. Yes, I know it sounds insane. Jerry Lewis can explain. You've got to help me have fun, help me have fun, help me have fun, help me have fun, get me what I need.
Try!
I knew you would.
Comedy is a universal language, and laughter makes the heart happy.
Laughter can bring audiences together and elevate the performance to a new level. Good comedic actors can bring comic relief to the most serious of shows or just continually keep the audience in stitches.
Each year, CFT honors any comedic roles in a production. All comedic actors are eligible for this award, except for leading roles.
This year's nominees for Best Actress in a Comedic Role are
Brooke Rotten as Kendra in 13 the Musical. Mia Medlin as Iago in Aladdin Jr. Jennifer Strobel as Preacher's Kid in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Comedic Actress goes to Brooke Rotten as Kendra in 13 the Musical.
This is the first Christy and nomination for Brooke Rotten.
Thank you so much for this award. Getting to play Kendra in 13 was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. 13 was my first show I ever did with CFT, and I was really nervous about making friends, but right away everybody made me feel so welcomed. Everyone was just so kind. And even though we did the show together a year ago, I still talk to all my friends from the cast, and I still miss seeing them every day at rehearsal. I just want to thank CFT for being so accepting and so welcoming, and most importantly, for giving me the opportunity to be a part of their family. Thank you.
The nominees for Best Actor in a Comedic Role are
Joshua Rodrigueza as Eddie in 13 the Musical. Harrison Stoll as Batkick in Aladdin Jr. Tim Eversole as Willie Wiley in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Actor in a Comedic Role goes to Tim Eversole for Willie Wiley in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
This is the first Christy and fourth nomination for Tim Eversole.
Wow, you got to be kidding me. First off, I want to thank Dale and the creative team for creating the character of Willie Wiley and giving me the privilege of playing that character. Then I want to thank the awesome cast I had. Everybody worked together, everybody put into it 100%, and it really helped to be able to perform. Then I want to thank my wife, who had to put up with Willie Wiley at home nearly every day. And then, of course, I want to thank my daughter, who got me into this to begin with. Without her, we would have never met Christian Family Theater. Thanks, everybody. Come support us again as soon as possible. Have a nice evening.
Everyone has their favorite show. They may love a particular style of music in a show, exceptional performances by actors, phenomenal dancing, or wonderful acting. Audiences know when they love something, and even though our season was cut short, audiences still had a lot to love.
Our first nominee for Best Show this season follows the story of Evan Goldman as he navigates a new town, a new school, new friendships, mistakes, and mishaps.
Through it all, he finally realizes that true friendship comes from the most unexpected places. Enjoy this performance from the cast of 13 the Musical.
You're standing behind me, and you call me your friend. You're counting on me to come through. You should know that I'll give you the best that I can, but we all have a little more homework to do. If you're walking beside
actor in a show is important, which is why we recognize roles of all sizes.
The Best Supporting category is for actors that have a smaller role than featured actors, but are still important to the storyline.
These characters are not directly involved with their own subplot, but they still have a role more substantial than a cameo role. This year's nominees for Best Supporting Actress are
Ariel Watts as Charlotte in 13 the Musical. Mia Lucas as Isser in Aladdin Jr. Stacy Brightman and Miss Dumont in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Supporting Actress goes to Stacy Brightman as Mrs. Dumont in The Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
This is the first Christi and nomination for Stacy Brightman.
I've never been nominated for an award before, so this is awfully exciting. I just wish I could be able to accept it in person, but here we are. So I just want to say thank you so much to Dale and Denise and Karen for providing an opportunity for me to do something so special with my daughter. Just the whole thing is an A#1 outfit, and I'm just thrilled to have been a part of it, and can't wait to do it again. Thank you guys so much, and sure do miss you, and love you, and hope to see you all soon.
The nominees for Best Supporting Actor are
Joshua Rodrigueza as Eddie in 13 the Musical. Harrison Stoll as Babcock in Aladdin Jr. Tim Eversole as Willie Wiley in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Supporting Actor goes to Harrison Stoll for Babcock in Aladdin Jr.
This is the second Christi and fifth nomination for Harrison Stoll.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. Golden Girls moment. Thank you for being a friend.
Aw, thanks. You know, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Well, you've never had a friend like me.
Becoming a good friend is something that we still all have to learn as we grow older.
Our second nominee for Best Musical Number comes from the show 13 the Musical, as we watch Patrice dealing with a friendship that took an unexpected turn.
When Evan moves from New York to Appleton, Indiana during summer break, Patrice befriends her new next-door neighbor and invests all of her energy and time into educating him about Appleton. But on the first day back to school, Patrice finds herself betrayed by Evan.
Now, she's faced with whether or not to forgive Evan. Here is Gabrielle Stoll with her performance of What It Means to Be a Friend from last summer's hit, 13 the Musical.
Hey, Patrice, wait.
I don't want to talk now, Archie.
It's about Evan.
Especially about Evan.
What he did, he really doesn't mean it.
Yeah, ripping up my invitation in front of everyone who hates me isn't what he meant.
Come on, you know you really like him.
Why would you think that?
You said I really like him. But maybe I read that one wrong.
Why are you sticking up for him?
He's a nice guy. He's new. He made a mistake. And I think we're going to be friends.
Good luck with that.
Come on, Patrice, give him another chance.
Another chance? No. Sorry. I've given another chance to every other jerk in this town. I thought there was something special about him. A friend? Please. A friend's not a cheap little phony creep or a jerk trying to make it. A friend is the person who most of all cares about what you feel. Nothing is hard.
Christian Family Theater, we love nothing better than introducing new actors to theater.
When a new actor comes to us to be in their very first community theater show, we're excited for the opportunity to be a part of their training.
CFT's Rising Star Award is given to one of those promising new actors that has given their very first community performance on our stage.
Through that performance, they've caught the eye of the audience and our voters. The nominees for CFT's Rising Star Award are
Joshua Rodrigueza as Eddie in 13 the Musical. Brock Taylor as Prince Abdullah in Aladdin Jr. Charlie Storm as Tobias Fletcher in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Rising Star goes to Joshua Rodrigueza as Eddie in 13 the Musical.
This is the first Christi and nomination for Joshua Rodrigueza.
The show was absolutely incredible, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm so happy and glad that this was my first community theater show, because it not only helped me grow as an actor, but also as a person. The show really made me step out of my comfort zone and really have fun out there and meet new people and meet new friends. And the cast and the crew and the directors really made this show much more exciting and more fun. And I love you guys, and thank you for this award.
While CFT loves training new talent, there are times we have the privilege to work with more seasoned actors for the first time.
The Best Newcomer Award is given to an actor or actress performing in their very first CFT production. Our voters felt that they had given an exceptional performance. The nominees for CFT's Best Newcomer are
Jacob DeBusk as Brett in 13 the Musical. Brendan Franklin as Sultan in Aladdin Jr. Jennifer Strobel as Preacher's Kid in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Newcomer goes to Brendan Franklin as the Sultan in Aladdin Jr.
This is the first Christi and nomination for Brendan Franklin.
I am beyond grateful to accept this award. Even though I've only been with CFT for less than a year, I feel like everyone's grown to become a second family to me. I'm so thankful for all of the casts, as well as the directors and parents who made it all happen. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you all for making my year at CFT super comfortable and very enjoyable.
The next title up for this season's Best Show comes from the very magical land of Agrabah.
Whether we're dealing with stolen lamps, magical carpets, brave princesses, or dreaming of a life bigger than our own, the cast of Aladdin Jr. brought their own magic to the stage.
Fantastic musical numbers, touching songs, and great special effects are just some of the things that wowed our audiences. Here to bring you just a glimmer of that magic is the cast of Aladdin Jr.
What's wrong?
Aladdin! Trouble! Arrested! Palace!
We've got to do something.
I told Aladdin this Prince Ali scam won't blow up in his face, and now it has.
He may be a little mixed up now, but is that any reason to betray our friend?
He said he didn't need us.
But if something horrible happens, we'll never forgive ourselves.
Okay, you're right.
So what are we gonna do?
Storm the palace. Who's up for a little high adventure?
That's the spirit.
Are you kidding?
Not even a little.
Couldn't we just send a strongly worded letter?
You're not afraid, are you? Test not one, I do not master. But you think faster, here we
a word from our sponsors.
From the creators of The Office, Modern Family, and The Mickey Mouse Club comes a show for musical theater-loving teenagers. High School Musical, the musical, the series, the parody.
High School Musical rehearsals are well underway, and I'm so excited because I got Gabriella, and I've been wanting this role since I was 5 years old. Gabriella doesn't get a song in this one, but you know what? I'm super excited, so excited.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I play Martha Cox.
Jump and pop, up till we drop and start again.
See, I'm the swing. So that means if anybody gets poisoned, I get to fill in for them.
Oh my gosh, High School Musical's coming up and I'm playing Sharpay and I'm so excited.
Okay, so my sister, she's kind of pulling me around. Don't really like it. I'm feeling like I'm about to break free. I'm gonna bob to the top.
And I'm super excited to play Taylor McKessie, your lovely, great.
I mean, what's your name? Lauren.
I want you to know I've never had someone that knows me like you do.
Coming this fall to CFT Plus. They're having the time of their lives.
In every show, we get to see special performances by our actors that are touching, fun, moving, or funny. And when we present a straight play instead of a musical, our focus narrows onto that acting ability.
At our annual dinner theater, our cast interacts with the audience in a more personal way than they do in our musicals. So when we have a straight play, we give our audiences the opportunity to vote on their favorite actor and actress.
The Audience Favorite Award nominees are actually the top 4 females and the top 4 males from the cast of the play based on the audience votes. This year's nominees come from the show Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction. The nominees for Audience Favorite Actress in a Play are
Sarah Gard as Maybelle Starr, Mia Lucas as Faith Copperpot, Bella Meehan as Madeline Baxter, Jennifer Strobel as Preacher's Kid.
And the Christi, her audience favorite female in a play, goes to... It's almost open. Hold on, I'm getting there. Jennifer Strobel as the Preacher's Kid in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
This is the first Christi Award nomination for Jennifer Strobel.
Thank you for this award. It was an honor to be in Crooked Snake and to work with Mr. Dale and Mrs. Karen. I had so much fun with the cast. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving me this opportunity and guiding me through it. I'd like to thank CFT for being so loving, caring, and supportive. I am grateful for my family for supporting me and driving me to all the practices. I am thankful for the Moraes family for running lines with me and giving me tips. But most importantly, it was an amazing experience, and I loved the friendly Christian community that I was able to perform with and be a part of. Again, thank you, and have a blessed day, y'all.
The nominees for Audience Favorite Actor in a Play are
Tim Eversole as Willie Wiley, Robbie Lawrence as Elijah Baxter, Kayvon Meehan as Sheriff Lawson, Tom Porterfield as Mayor Sterling.
And the Christi Award for Audience Favorite Actor in a Play goes to Tim Eversole as Willie Wiley in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
This is the second Christi and fifth nomination for Tim Eversole.
When a female protagonist in a story feels backed against a wall, held back, or put down by others, what's a girl to do?
Sing a song! And that's just what our next nominee for Best Musical Number did in Aladdin Jr. Please welcome Praise Meehan and the cast of Aladdin Jr. as they perform These Palace Walls.
The father cares more about the ancient laws than his own daughter. Princess, the outside world might be a little overwhelming for someone like you.
No, I think a little excursion would do her some good.
You do? Sure. A taste of what's beyond these palace walls could be just what a princess needs. Close to devotion every day, and I'll second guess it. If a new emotion comes my way, you select. Want to see more suggestions? Stand on your own 2 feet and ask why a certain question keeps repeating. Why shouldn't I fly so far from you? I know the girl I might become will call your heart for you. I tend up cold and hard. Come to go through know and find it. If you agree, then stand behind it. Maybe there's more beyond these palace walls. What if I dare? What if I tried? Am I prepared for what's outside? Why shouldn't I fly so far from you? Something awaits beyond these Something way beyond these palace
Every show has a lead character that drives the main story. And with that lead actor, you'll find several featured characters that exist alongside them.
Featured characters help the lead actor tell their stories, and many times they have their own story. Sometimes these are sidekicks, villains, or best friends.
These characters are second in size to leading roles, but more significant than other roles. This year's nominees for Best Featured Actress are
Hannah Riddle as Lucy in 13 the Musical. Anna Stevenson as Jeannie in Aladdin Jr. Haley Brightman as Miss Russell in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Featured Actress goes to Anna Stevenson as the Genie in Aladdin Jr.
This is the first Christi and second nomination for Anna Stevenson.
First, I'd like to say the cast of Aladdin is amazing. They're all so talented and supportive. This was my third musical, but first major role at CFT, so their support really lifted the pressure. When I got the role of Jeannie, I was beside myself because I did a pretty risky audition. I mean, some might say performing Mississippi Squirrel Revival is a genius audition, am I right? Leading into rehearsals, it was difficult to do justice to the role that Robin Williams and Will Smith uniquely made their own. Big thanks to the CFT staff for helping me find my inner Robin and Will to make it my own Genie. I was very honored to have this opportunity to do what I love with the people I love. Thank you, CFT family.
Now the nominees for Best Featured Actor are
Benjamin Brown as Archie in 13 the Musical. Jacob DeBusk as Brett in 13 the Musical. Jacob DeBusk as Jafar in Aladdin Jr., Charlie Stoll as Tobias Fletcher in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Featured Actor goes to Jacob DeBusk as Brett in 13 the Musical.
This is the first Christi and third nomination for Jacob DeBusk.
I'm so honored to accept this award for Best Featured Character in a Show. You know, 13 was such a great experience. It was such a great show. Brett was one of those characters I had never had experience playing before, and it was just so fun to indulge myself into that realm of being 13 again. You know, there's so many people I can thank. There's so many people that I came across. You know, this was my first show with CFT, so of course, thank you, Dale. Thank you, Karen. Thank you to all my castmates in 13 who made that show so amazing. Thank you to Josh and Amber for going and auditioning with me. Yeah, 13 just teaches a lot about what it means to be a friend and how to not stick to the stereotypes. And like I've said many times before, Brett was just one of those characters that I learned I didn't want to be. So, yeah, just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for loving me so much to give me this award, and I love you guys, and thank you so much.
What's an 1850s gold rush town supposed to do when one of their youngest citizens ends up kidnapped? Everyone in town is a suspect, and everyone in town is also trying to solve the mystery.
Fun and hilarity ensue as the audience sets out on a journey to figure out just who done it. Our next title up for Best Show of the Season is from our annual dinner theater. Enjoy this video montage from Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
At every performance, we stand in front of our audiences and we talk about the importance of those that work behind the scenes. Without volunteers helping carry the workload, our shows would not be possible.
These volunteers do what they do simply for the love of helping. Many work tireless hours, never receiving any credit for what they've done. And although we wish we could give an award to every one of our wonderful parent volunteers this season, we just can't.
Tonight we want to recognize one special volunteer with the Theater Hero Award. This award is given to a person who goes above and beyond to help with the show. This year's nominees for Theater Hero Award are
Benjamin Brown, Tom Porterfield, Missy Riddle.
And the Christi Award for Theater Hero goes to Tom Porterfield for outstanding volunteer service behind the scenes.
Thanks, Tom.
This is the first Christi and second nomination for Tom Porterfield.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hero is a term that I don't use lightly, and it's certainly not one that I am used to applying to myself. So thank you for seeing something in me that honestly I don't see in myself. But you know, everybody that was nominated for this, Benjamin for his work in helping as the stage manager, tremendous work, especially when he had run the rehearsal without any of the directors there. Great job on that. Missy for all your help with wardrobe. I know Dee appreciates everything you do, as we all do, because we would look like fools without good wardrobe. We would just be dressed up in costume and not know what we're doing. So the other nominees are just as much a hero as I am, and all the other folks who help out behind the scenes, whether it's painting or putting sets together or setting up sound equipment, take down, moving stuff from storage to back. There are so many people that help out behind the scenes. And I would just encourage everybody, if you've got a child that participates in CFT and you see the value in the shows of CFT and the value that it brings to your child, just ask what you can do. That's all I did. I started out just saying, what can I do to help? I'm not a master builder. I'm not a carpenter. But Jeff Van Fleet said, here, screw that screw in that hole. Well, that I can do. And he said, now do it 5,000 more times. Okay, well, if I can do it one time, I can do it 5,000 times. And that's what it is, asking how you can help. So I encourage everybody to be just as much a hero as those that were nominated. And so many of you are. But, just help out, because you guys can see the good that CFT does. Kids need this. And so helping out so that they can focus on putting on the show, just, that's the thing to do. I do need to thank a couple people. I need to thank Sarah, because if it weren't for her participation, I wouldn't be here helping out. She got involved, and I said, well, what can I do to help her and help the company? Obviously, got to thank the directors, Dale and Karen, the assistant directors, all of the board of CFT for all of the hours that you guys put in. It's a tremendous program you guys are running, and I hope it can continue and continue and continue, because just so many opportunities for these kids and help them grow. And then obviously you have to thank my wife, because when I'm there helping out, she's at home with the rest of the kids, taking care of them and making sure everything's running smooth at home. So thank you, sweetheart. I love you. And obviously, last but not least, I always say that the best for last. Need to thank Jesus, because without his blessings and the love that he has for all of us, none of this would be possible. Thank you all. God bless.
He has been chased, beaten down, jumped off a building, and is struggling just to eat while living on the streets of Agrabah. But his determination to become something more continues to drive him.
His roots ground him in who he is and who he wants to be. After dodging the palace guards, Aladdin reflects on the person his mother wanted him to become, which shapes who he wants to be. Our final nominee for Best Musical Performance is Maxwell Stoll singing Proud of Your Boy from Aladdin Jr.
Street rat, I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer, would they see poor boy? No siree. They'd find out there's so much more to me.
Musical theater requires three things: acting, dancing, and singing on stage. A great musical number can draw in an audience and wrap them up inside the story.
Whether a song is fun, funny, peppy, dramatic, or even heartbreaking, a great musical number can elevate a show to great heights. This season, 4 musical numbers have been nominated for Best Musical Performance of this season. The nominees are
Benjamin Brown for Get Me What I Need in 13 the Musical. Gabrielle Stahl for What It Means to Be a Friend in 13 the Musical. Praise Me Hand for These Palace Walls in Aladdin Jr. Maxwell Stoll for Proud of Your Boy in Aladdin Jr.
And the Christi for Best Musical Performance goes to Gabrielle Stoll for What It Means to Be a Friend from 13 the Musical.
This is the 5th Christi and 10th nomination for Gabrielle Stoll.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I would like to start by saying that Jason Robert Brown did not make this music easy for us. At the beginning of this show, I did not think that I would be able to pull this role off, but a friend of mine was like, hey, I believe in you, so you should believe in yourself, and that made me feel so much better. So I would really seriously like to thank my voice teacher, Josh Golden. I would also like to thank Miss Charlotte for helping us through this crazy musical. And I would like to thank all of the production staff and my parents for their support. And this show was just so much fun to do, and I'm so glad that I was able to be a part of it. It's one of my favorite shows I've ever done ever, and we just all had so much fun. And to my 13 friends out there, I love you guys and I miss you so much, and I cannot wait to see you again. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
the Best Lead Actor or Actress awards go to those in a leading role that are directly involved with the main plot. They drive the storyline and have the greatest number of lines and or songs in the show.
They have the daunting task of carrying the show. They memorize 4 to 5 times more dialogue than a regular cast member, while still singing and dancing their way into the hearts of the audiences. This year's nominees for Best Actress in a Lead Role are
Gabrielle Stoll as Patrice in 13 the Musical. Praise Meehan as Jasmine in Aladdin Jr. Sarah Gard as Maybelle Starr in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi Award for Best Actress in a Lead Role goes to Praise Meehan for Princess Jasmine in Aladdin Jr.
This is the first Christi and 4th nomination for Praise Meehan.
Thank you so much for this award. I first heard of CFT in 2018. Grace and I went to audition for Bye Bye Birdie. However, when I got to auditions, I got really scared and nervous. Miss Karen was very helpful and tried to get me to audition, but I wouldn't. So I signed up for crew instead. While working backstage, I fell in love with theater and grew to love the CFT family. Over my next 2 shows with CFT, the production staff helped me become more confident in my abilities. Last spring, Mr. Dale announced that they were doing Aladdin. I was so excited. I literally screamed, yes! I knew that I wanted to be Jasmine more than anything. I worked hard all summer, and when I found out I got the part, I was ecstatic. I was so blessed that I had the opportunity to play my dream role. It was an experience that I'll treasure for the rest of my life. I am so grateful for CFT. You guys mean so much to me. Thank you again. I miss you all.
This year's nominees for Best Actor in a Lead Role are
Robert Downs as Evan Goldman in 13 the Musical. Maxwell Stoll as Aladdin in Aladdin Jr., Kayvon Meehan as Sheriff Lawson in Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction.
And the Christi for Best Actor in a Lead Role goes to Maxwell Stoll for Aladdin in Aladdin Jr.
This is the third Christi and 10th nomination for Maxwell Stoll.
Thank you for thinking I have the capability to accept such an award. And I'd like to thank my family for always being there and my friends for supporting me. I'd like to thank the production staff for helping me when I couldn't do something. I'd like to thank the Dyes for, everything. And I just really appreciate always all the people around me. So, yeah, thank you.
Now it's finally time to reveal the best show for the 2020 Christi Awards. Each cast member will receive a small recognition award to acknowledge their contribution to this amazing cast.
These awards, as well as every Christi Award presented tonight, can be picked up tomorrow afternoon at Brainerd United Methodist Church between 2 and 4 p.m. We will do a drive-through pickup under the Fellowship Hall portico.
The nominees for Best Show of the 2019-2020 season are
13 the Musical, book by Dan Elish and Robert Horn, music and lyrics by Jason Robert Brown. Aladdin Jr., book by Chad Beckwith, music by Alan Menken. Mystery at Crooked Snake Junction, written by Nice Hart and Dale Dye.
And the Christi Award for Best Show goes to Aladdin Jr.
Aladdin Jr., directed by Dale Dye, assistant director Karen Stahl, musical direction by Judy Rich, choreography by Christy Barr and Kayla Howard, costuming by Denise Dye and Salita Brooks.
This year, since we were doing the 2020 Christi Awards virtually, I was given the opportunity to see something that I normally don't get to see. Every nominee this year had to send in an acceptance video. Many of those nominees talked about their experience with CFT and what it meant to them. It was wonderful to see all those comments and to hear those words about an organization that they've grown to love and enjoy being part of. I thought that you should get the opportunity to see some of those as well. So I have a little video montage here that I want you to take a look at and hear what everybody has to say about CFT.
Getting to spend time with this cast has been one of the best experiences in my life.
Right from the get-go, from auditions, I knew, okay, this is a special place.
For letting me be a part of a CFT production and giving me the opportunity to perform with such an amazing cast.
This is probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in any kind of show, and I'm really grateful to have had this opportunity.
Right away, everybody made me feel so welcomed. Everyone was just so kind.
The show was absolutely incredible, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
I've tried a number of different activities so far, but none of them get me as excited as CFT.
So thank you for seeing something in me that honestly I don't see in myself.
They just allow community theater to continue to thrive in this area.
I would also like to thank all the people who make these shows happen.
Mr. Dale,
Karen,
Miss Judy, Miss Denise,
Miss Charlotte,
Miss Sylvie.
I absolutely love Christian Family Theater.
While working backstage, I fell in love with theater and grew to love the CFT family.
And I am so thankful for all you sacrificed to make a difference in our lives.
In Christian Family Theater, I've made so many friends, and that's made everything so much better and easier during these times.
And it's also such a privilege and a blessing to be part of the CFT family.
Thank you guys
so much for welcoming me into your wonderful CFT family.
I'm so thankful for the family that I have at CFT.
I feel like everyone's grown to become a second family to me.
I am just so thankful that I met people like you.
Just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for loving me so much.
I am so grateful for CFT. You guys mean so much to me.
Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, CFT family.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian Family Theater.
We know many of you have questions about the future of community theater and how we will be proceeding in the coming months. All actors must learn to improvise when things don't go as expected on stage. With that in mind, we are planning to continue our work with young actors in theater, though it may look differently than it has in the past.
We are actually quite excited about an opportunity using a new platform that allows us a greater focus on storytelling and fine-tuning our acting skills. And our hope is to return to a more traditional theater before the end of our upcoming season. We understand that theater brings fullness to the lives of our actors as well as our communities. And we also understand there's a loss when the stages are empty. We want to embrace the challenges of this season and remain connected and creative through each adventure of the coming year. Here's what we have in store for you.
Charlie Maplewood has never been one for parties. That would require friends, which he doesn't have. Well, unless you count his monster friends, but they're only imaginary. But now he's turning 10, the big 1-0. He decides to throw a birthday party for himself, complete with a House of Horrors theme. Of course, things don't work out as he plans. Will Charlie be able to pull it all together before the big 1-0 becomes the big oh no? Join Christian Family Theater as we produce our very first fully online musical via Zoom. It's a Zoomsicle. Auditions, rehearsals, and shows will be done all through Zoom.
Mom, Dad, Arthur, hurry! I'm going on a trip!
A trip?
Yeah, in the mail!
Stanley Lambchop is your ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill 10-year-old. That's just the problem for Stanley. He yearns for the excitement and wants to travel the planet doing amazing things that no one has ever seen before. One night, the bulletin board on the wall over his bed comes loose and falls right on top of him. The next morning, Stanley wakes up flat. He soon discovers a way to begin traveling the planet, and he sets off to the Louvre in France, where he finds he is in the perfect situation to help the museum's curator with a big problem. Based on the best-selling book series by author Jeff Brown, The Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley is filled with infectious songs and non-stop adventure. Join Christian Family Theater as we produce our second fully online musical via Zoom. Auditions, rehearsals, and shows will be done through Zoom. High School Musical is a modern-day Disney classic that has introduced a new generation of children to musical theater. It has spawned many new young actors that have taken to the stage. High School Musical is a story about being true to who you are and the strength in accepting each other regardless of which group you may run with. Last spring, we gave producing this show our best shot, but the coronavirus blocked us. So in February of 2021, we will do our best to go live again with this show. It's our plan to take our original cast back into the rehearsal room to put the finishing touches on our performance. Join us because we're all in this together, and come see High School Musical Junior. What would you do if you had all eternity? 11-year-old Winnie Foster yearns for a life of adventure beyond the white picket fence of her yard. But not until she becomes unexpectedly entwined with the Tuck family does she get more than she could have ever imagined. When Winnie learns of the magic behind the Tuck's unending youth, she must fight to protect the secret from those who would do anything for a chance at eternal life. As her adventure unfolds, Winnie faces an extraordinary choice: return to her life or continue with the Tucks on their infinite journey. Based on the best-selling children's classic by Natalie Baddock and adapted for the stage by Claudia Scheer and Tim Federer, Tuck Everlasting features a roaring score from Chris Miller and Nathan Tyson. Join Second Act Chattanooga, a division of Christian Family Theater, as we produce this wonderful classic story.
Thank you again for joining us for the virtual 2020 Christi Award ceremony. We hope that you've enjoyed celebrating, and we only wish that we could see your smiling faces.
We look forward to seeing our award winners tomorrow. Wash your hands and wear your mask. We'll see you next season. Right?
Here we go.
Comedy is a universal language, and laughter.
Sorry. I was like, what you doing?
All right.
This is going to be bad if we start this early.
It's okay. It's the calm thief section. We can't tell what you want.
Laughter can bring an audience together and elevate performers to a new level. A good comic...
Comedy is a universal...
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
That's going to be awesome.
Okay.
And the Christi Award for Best Actor in a Comedic Role is... Nope, those two.
Goes to.
Take two.
In every show, we get to see special performances by our actors that are touching, funny. Shoot. Okay.
Gary keeps moving to
I
the
do,
center
I
of the frame, and I find myself
Just keep
over here.
pushing me. Now it's finally time to reveal the best show for the 2020 Christi Award.
I'm going to be so excited.
You can be so excited. All right. All right. Now, it's finally time to reveal. We're almost done. Keep going. All right, you're welcome.
Cast of teenage characters dealing with the labels that are placed on them by others. Sometimes they may even find themselves trying to manipulate. Darn!
It's okay.
So close.
It's okay. Start over. Here we go. Okay. Golden Girls moment.
Huh?
Hang on.